Here we go, guys. It's a bass. All right, finally got a fish. Been out here for like an hour at least. Took us a while to get a catch. All right, about an average size for this creek, like a 12-incher on the Buzzbait here. Fishing with the Strike King Mini Pro Buzz right now. All right, thank you, little fish. Let's get him out of here, guys. This is a 1/8 ounce Buzzbait. I did replace the skirt on it. The other skirt just kind of got worn out and tattered, so it has a newer, slightly bigger skirt, silver blade, no clacker or anything like that. It's just that plain old prop that makes all the commotion. Oh. Oh. 2 hits on it. That one, I think he just got the skirt. If I end up getting a lot of short strikes, I may trim the skirt. And you know, the key to fishing a buzzbait, you know, it's pretty simple, but there's a fish. Smaller one. So you're just doing a steady wind. You know, this is a lure you can really cover a ton of water with, which is something I really like about it. There's like a 9-inch bass. Thank you, buddy. And you can draw fish up through and around cover with it really well. That's where I like to fish it, is along cover most of the time, like around some lily pads or sunken wood. Weeds over the tops of weed beds is a really good place for it. And you're just letting that blade do, you know, all the fish attraction for you. You're not really putting a lot of extra action on this. I mean, you can adjust your speed, obviously, to the situation. Do they want it fast? Do they want it slow? That's something you just need to figure out with it. And the only way it stays on the surface is if you're winding it. Whoop. Oh, even a redbreast went for it. Nice. Wow, aggressive redbreast. Nailed it. I think that's the first time I've caught a redbreast on a buzzbait, actually. That's a pretty little fish. Maybe 5 inches. Thank you, buddy. Oh. pickerel. He flew out of the water after it. Come here. Come here. Good stuff on that. Oh, we got him. Dang it. Let's go over 3. About 10 inches, thank you, buddy. Alright guys, just made a swap to this Rebel Humpback. This is a lure that I found a few months ago. Put some hooks on it. It's about a 1/4 ounce, kind of just a green shad pattern. I don't know if it's a look or not. I've never caught anything on it. Figured I'd try it for a few minutes just to see what happens. Time from that largemouth that attacked it. Not get many responses. Oh. Here's a fish. It's a Jane pickerel. Hoping to catch one of these today. Oh. Okay, it's a decent fish. Not huge, but not bad. Look how this guy got hooked. Yeah, if he wanted it. It's like a 13-inch chain pickerel. Alright, well, let's look at him, guys. Pretty little chain pickerel. Thank you, sir. Alright, well, there's the first fish on this Humpback, Rebel Humpback crankbait. First time catching anything on it. Slimy pickerel is a good debut. There's a fish, looks like another pickerel. Smaller one. Just kind of got hooked on the outside. I don't know if I'm going to count that one. Obviously hooked for it. Alright. Another chain pickerel. Here's one, guys. Man, good head shakes. It's a bass. Good fighter. All right. Solid bass here for the creek. All right, so that's another species on the Humpback. Solid bass. Gave a good fight. Gave some good head shakes. Alright, let's let this guy go. Thank you, sir. Alright, this crankbait's doing a little bit of work. There's a fish. Okay, we got us a red breast. We got us a red breast. All right, thank you, buddy. Woohoo. Oh, hello, I didn't see you there. You're watching Cross Country Bank Angler. If you're enjoying the video so far, if you've learned something new about fishing, or just find the video entertaining or relaxing in any way, then I want to take the time to ask you to please subscribe to the channel. I know that there's a lot of fishing related content on YouTube right now. There are a lot of channels out there. So if you're taking the time to watch mine, I just want to say that I appreciate you, and I hope you'll stick around. We've got weekly fishing videos here at Cross Country Bank Angler. You know, wade fishing, topwater, bait finesse, ultralight. So if that's the kind of fishing that you enjoy, then I encourage you to hit that subscribe button, because I think you'll enjoy all the future content that I'm going to be putting out on the channel. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you'll consider supporting me by subscribing. Oh, that's a nice pickerel. Yeah, you're caught, buddy. We got you. That's a nice pickerel, guys. All right, there, you're just kind of muddy, guys. That's probably a 16 or 17-inch pickerel. Nice. All right, let's let this guy go. It was a good fish. All right, that crankbait's getting it done, guys. Good lure for this situation. Oh, something almost had it. Something was behind it. Here's a fish. Oh, little pickerel. These guys are ambitious today, aren't they? Let's get this guy unhooked. All right, guys, another little pickerel. Thanks, buddy. There's a, whoa. Another pickerel, guys. Another good pickerel. He'll stay hooked. All right. Man, we're doing some work with this thing, guys. This is a good lure. All right, guys, there's our chain pickerel. Maybe a 16-incher. I'll go ahead and let him go. He's bleeding from the mouth a little bit. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to Cross Country Bank Angler, and I hope you enjoyed some of that footage from that little creek fishing trip. Had a lot of fun that day. You know, we had some topwater hits. You know, the fish were pretty aggressive. You know, just some late summer, you know, small river wading and fishing there. And I just wanted to
take a little bit of time here to touch on the two lures that were kind of featured in that video. So the first one here is this little guy right here, this Buzzbait. This is the a Strike King Mini Pro Buzz. It's a 1/8 ounce Buzzbait, one of the smallest ones that you can really find being sold in stores right now, at least in my area. This is one of the first Buzzbaits I ever tried, and this is a fish catcher, guys. I mean, this is not, you know, this video is not the first time where I've had a lot of success on this. You know, it's a nice option if you're in like a smaller body of water, you know, a pond or a creek or a small river, and you just want something that you can cover the water quickly. And I mean, you can get some seriously powerful strikes from fish on this, especially, you know, bass and pickerel. Those are the main ones that species that I catch on this thing. I did replace the skirt on this. You know, this was originally black too, but you know, the old skirt eventually just got really torn up, you know, over time. So something to keep in mind there. It's not like some super fancy Buzzbait with like a wire tie skirt or anything, but just a great downsized option. You know, no clacker, just a little buzz blade on here, pretty small blade. But you know, you just run this around some cover, and you know, shallow cover, logs, submerged weeds, and yeah, the bass will just come unglued to attack this thing. Really fun lure. I've caught a lot of fish on topwater with this thing, maybe more than any other topwater lure. And then the other lure here that I want to talk about, this is an interesting one, is this guy right here. This is called the Rebel Humpback. This is a kind of an old school crankbait that I think, you know, it was sold for a while and then it got taken off the market, and then it was reintroduced. So this was one, you can see it's got kind of an unusual profile here. That kind of humped back, as the name implies. Pretty small little bill on this thing. You see it's got that little narrow U-shaped bill. Pretty wide body, you know, wide back on it. But and you can see this one that I have here, it's that kind of a mint green color. Kind of an unusual color. And it's pretty beat up. And that's because this is a lure that I actually found on the bank of a lake last year, just kind of floating around, and I thought, you know, if I can just slap a couple new hooks on this thing, it should be able to work. And that day at that little river, it definitely did. It seemed like especially the pickerel were going for this thing. You know, I was just kind of burning it pretty fast and pausing, and the pickerel really were reacting to that pretty strongly, and we got a couple of nice bass on it too. So yeah, just an interesting little crankbait, a little bit of a different look to it. You know, it's got a pretty wide wobbling action to it. You know, it's fairly wide body. It's not like a skinny little flat side or anything like that, but you know, that narrow bill, I don't think it deflects quite as much as a square bill would. Yeah, still gives it a nice action. You know, this thing is definitely meant for like a shallow diver. You know, I think it, you know, I was getting it around to, you know, maybe a foot or a foot and a half under the surface at the most. But fun little lure here. So I'm definitely going to keep trying this in kind of similar environments like that, you know, creeks and rivers, and I may throw it in some ponds too if there's, you know, more rock or hard cover where I think I can kind of work this through. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that footage. I thought it was a lot of fun getting out there and fishing. And with that being said, I hope to see you next time. Peace.